Shabbat Shalom B'nai Torah. It's always nice to see you, or it's actually always nice for you to see me. This week, we're going to read in the Torah the Parashah Chayei Sarah, which is at the beginning about the end of our mother Sarah's life, but at the end is about the death of our father Abraham. And it gives me an opportunity to share with you a lesson I learned from our dear member and my teacher, Rabbi Jack Reamer. But first, I want to share with you that I used to read a lot of science fiction. And one of my favorite science fiction books was a classic called Time Enough for Love by Robert Heinlein. The premise of that book is that a group of people in the early 20th century began selectively breeding human beings for long life. And it follows the life of one of those characters, the offspring of two very long-lived people who lived far longer than he ever intended. And because he was so honored as the original progenitor of this long-lived human species, they did everything they could to keep him alive. Eventually, spoiler alert, at the end of the book, he's had enough. Well, when Abraham, who lived many, many years before Robert Heinlein wrote this book, came to the end of his very long life, the Torah describes him as Zakein v'Savea, and that's usually translated as old and satisfied. But Rabbi Reamer translates that, I think, more cleverly. Zakein v'Savea, old and fed up. Abraham had simply seen enough in his life, and it was time to move on to whatever comes after this world in which we walk around. Now, I'm not suggesting anything to any of you who are looking at this, except that we shouldn't fight so hard to live beyond our years. We don't know how many years those are. That's in God's hands. And we certainly have more of them than our ancestors did because of the advances of medical science. But in the end, it is the course of nature that everything living must die. And when it comes, better we should be satisfied with the life that we've lived than fed up with how long we've had to put up with it. Shabbat Shalom.